It is my pleasure to introduce our 2017 Commencement Speaker and Honorary Degree recipient. Please join me in welcoming General Paul Selva, the nation's second highest ranking military officer and the 10th Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dr. Selva.
Dr. Strobel, Dr. Schuster, Webster Board of Trustees, administrators, faculties, and staff, thank you for the opportunity to share this stage on this very special day and to receive such a prestigious honor from Webster. You know, I don't stand here because I'm the Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I get to stand here because I represent 1 million plus soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who defend freedom and liberty around the world. And by honoring me today, you honor them. Thank you so much. And for those of you way in the back, I get to look across this amazing group of young men and women who graduate today, and I see a handful of uniforms. But what I see in this group is the graduating class of 2017, and I want to start by saying, congratulations, you rock. Thank you for the opportunity to spend a few minutes with you today. I do truly consider this a privilege. It's not just a milestone in your lives, the opening of a new chapter, but I do personally consider you our future. You're the future of this country, and many of you are the future of the world. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work. It marks where you've been and where you're headed. It showcases the flexibility of Webster University, the flexibility that affords all of its students in the pursuit of their passion. The relationships you've built here are special, and they will serve you for a lifetime. Relationships with mentors, teachers, roommates, classmates, teammates, members of the broader community will be a touchstone to which you return for your entire lifetime. I am an example of just such a touchstone. The reason I stand here today is because a high school classmate nominated me to the Board of Trustees of Webster and said, take a look at this guy. And so to Scott Westhoff, thank you so much for doing that. To all of the students, I should say graduates, right? Because today you're graduates. You have been honing your talents. In a way, you've gone on an adventure together. I will tell you, my adventure is every day when I get up for work. I'm going to talk about it a little bit in a couple of minutes, but I actually do what I love. There are days where I don't love what I do, but I do what I love. And I would ask all of you to find that thing for which you have a passion and go after it with your whole heart. I started my career flying airplanes. I learned somewhere along the way that what I love doing is serving soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, being their representative and their advocate, being their voice, being their leader. You see, they don't work for me. I work for them, and they work for you. So find that thing you love doing and do it with your whole heart. For many of you, this has been a journey of dedication, of determination, a bit of an adventure. Sometimes you got tested, Olivia, sometimes your waffles were a little too cold. But there are some amazing stories in your midst, and I'd like to share just a couple of them with you. In today's audience, there's a young man who showed determination. He's a Marine veteran who was injured in training, and after surgery and recovery, returned to St. Louis and became a member of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. John Warner received his undergraduate degree at Webster University while serving in the police department. He advanced to become a detective. He's never given up on his journey to improve himself. With the help of his wife, Natalie, he pursued a master's degree in health administration, and today walks and receives his degree in business administration. John couldn't walk last year because of an injury and surgery, but he wanted to be here today to share this day with you, his class, his friends, his teammates. It certainly takes courage and a sense of adventure to travel halfway around the world, and there's a group of young women in your class who did just that. They're here on the Egypt Education Initiative that's sponsored by the U.S. Agency for International Development. These young women will go home and make a difference in Egypt's journey to democracy. What an amazing thing to travel halfway around the world, bring their culture to us, and become part of this model of global citizenship. Ladies, congratulations on your graduation and a safe journey home. There's another place where Webster's making a mark, and that's in the area of information technology and cybersecurity. And there are a number of undergraduates sitting right here in front of me who are going to go into that industry. And lest you think that the handful of you who are going into the electronic gaming industry and are creating games and software that empower those games is just about entertainment, let me give you a different window into what happens with what you do. You see, I'm not bashful about spending a couple hours in front of a video game and surrendering myself to the environment that you create. But while you think it's about entertainment, I look at its impact on tough science like biology and genetics. I look at its impact on how we train soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines through advanced simulation and technology. I look at the difference it makes in the lives of people who use the artificial intelligence software and adaptive logic that you build into a game. One of you is going to invent the next piece of software that changes the way we look at big data. One of you is going to make an advance in medicine that we haven't even figured out yet. One of you is going to unlock the power of all of that intellectual energy that goes into building a simple environment that we all sit down and call entertainment. So congratulations. The future is huge. All of you have a place in it, and all of you will make a difference. I'm proud today to join the 192,000 alumni that call Webster part of their life and part of their home. In preparing this speech, I got to learn an awful lot about a bunch of you. I got to learn how dedicated you are. I got to learn how diverse you are. I got to learn what Webster means to higher education. But I also learned that citizenship and leadership are integral to what you do every day. And I told you, I get to do what I love. And I love representing the soldiers, sailors, and airmen and Marines who defend you every day. But I also know that I have an obligation to teach them just a little about leadership, a little about this thing we call the ethics of leading warriors. I do that by observing people, by watching how they lead, by learning from them. I do a little bit by studying history. And I know most of you won't remember anything I said today. So get ready, remember this. Remember this. Winston Churchill once said, "To each there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a very special thing, unique to them and fitted to their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for what could have been their finest hour. I am supremely confident that when history taps each of you on the shoulder and asks you to do that thing that's uniquely suited to you, that because of the journey you've been on here at Webster, you will be prepared, you will be qualified, and you will be ready. And we can ask nothing more of you than that. So I will ask you to find the thing you are passionate about and go after it wholeheartedly. So when it's your turn, you will be ready. Now, I'm keenly aware of the time of the day and how warm it is out here, but I also am keenly aware of the date. So I want to share with you one more Webster story that just happened a few minutes ago. You see, when the chorus came up and did their rendition of the national anthem, you couldn't see what was on the back of their caps, but I could. And there's one proud young lady in that group that has festooned her cap with flowers. And written among the flowers, it says, "Thanks, Mom and Dad. I'm finally done." And so I'd like to close first by reminding all of you that tomorrow is Mother's Day. And if you haven't said thank you to your mom recently, this would be a really good opportunity. For those of you who are supported by your families, by your moms and dads, your cousins, your uncles, your sisters and brothers, they are all right up there behind you. When we're done, say thank you. I'm going to do it for you right now. Thank you. Do that again. No. To all of our graduates, I can't tell you how proud I am to be here to share this day with you, to say congratulations on turning a page and opening a new chapter in your lives, to wish you the best, to congratulate you, and to offer you all of our best wishes. God bless you all. Good luck.